BBC iPlayer will be revamped to better compete with Netflix and Amazon Prime. The BBC says it is increasingly being squeezed out by rival US streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. The BBC believes British creativity and British content are now under real threat from US media companies. The broadcaster says its iPlayer on-demand platform is increasingly being squeezed by the likes of Netflix and Prime Video. In its second annual report since its new charter was established, the BBC says the industry is more and more dominated by a small number of US-based media giants with extraordinary creative and financial firepower. However, the BBC will not give up in its battle against the likes of Netflix and Prime Video. Instead, the broadcaster has announced a slew of changes to help it adapt to the digital television environment. In its latest report, the BBC sets out a few goals for the year aimed at keeping its service relevant. One of the biggest focuses for the Beeb will be iPlayer, which it aims to revamp to help it better compete with Netflix. Research shows younger audiences are choosing Netflix over iPlayer, so the BBC has a number of changes in the pipeline aimed at making its video-on-demand service a destination, rather than simply a way to catch up on shows viewers may have missed. Last year, the BBC started to place a greater emphasis on personalisation within iPlayer, and going forward, the UK broadcaster hopes to enhance the user experience, boost personalisation, and include more live content. Netflix has achieved huge success with its ability to recommend shows to viewers based on their previous viewing history on the platform. By focusing on personalisation, BBC iPlayer wants to better match its vast repository of content with viewers. Similarly, iPlayer Radio will be revamped to be more intuitive. It will also host podcasts for the first time, too. The UK broadcaster says for the first time 15 to 34-year-olds are choosing to stream music from services like Spotify and Apple Music more than they are BBC Radio. The BBC's urgent challenge is to develop new ways to grow our income so that we can keep pace with the market around us, as well as successfully safeguard British content and Britain's creative track record, it concludes.